Hello everybody, this is TheXseption, and welcome to my Week 4 team builder for the P4G. This week, myself and the Tampa Bay Luxrays will be taking on Emulboy and the Lumiose City Diggersby. So down below you'll see his team. He's got Latias, Diggersby, Whimsicott, Empoleon, Bronzong, Solrock, Mega Absol, Emboar, Heracross, Zapdos, and Frostlass. Of those Pokemon, I see him bringing probably Mega Absol, Latias, Zapdos, Diggersby, or Emboar I think could come. Or he could bring both, possibly. I see Bronzong or Empoleon. I do not see both of those coming. I think it'll just be one or the other. I don't really expect to see Solrock. I think he'll bring Heracross, although I think potentially instead he could bring Whimsicott or Frostlass. But I think Heracross is more likely. So that's what I think he'll be bringing. Now let's go into what I am bringing this week. And the first Pokemon I am bringing is going to be Ambipom. So I'm very excited to use Ambipom. Haven't been able to use it since week 1 because we haven't been able to find a place in the team for it versus our opponents the past couple weeks. So we're bringing Fake Out, Return, Low Kick, and Knockoff. We're running a Life Orb. We got 252 attack, 36 defense, and 220 speed. 220 speed should allow us to outspeed Latias and everything that's slower than it. We won't outspeed Choice Scarf users like possibly Diggersby, Heracross, or Emboar, and we won't outspeed Mega Absol. But Fake Out hits his team very hard. The only thing it doesn't hit hard is going to be that Bronzong or Empoleon. It also doesn't hit Frostlass at all because it's a ghost type. But we got Knockoff, which will hit Bronzong hard. It'll also hit Latias very hard, and Frostlass as well. So we got that. We got Low Kick for Empoleon, Diggersby, and Emboar. And we have Return because it hits Zapdos pretty hard. And it's just a good neutral move if we're expecting a switch out or something. So that's what Return is there for. And that's pretty much Ambipom. We'll probably be leading off with Ambipom. It's just a very good lead this match because he doesn't have very many answers to it. And at least on the first turn, we'll be invulnerable because we'll hit Fake Out. Unless he has Frostlass or leads Frostlass, we're going to be good on the first turn anyway. So Ambipom's probably going to be our lead. Now let's move on to our second Pokemon we are bringing, which is going to be Hitmonlee. So this is the first week we're bringing Hitmonlee, and it's week 4. So just haven't been able to find a place for it yet. Blaziken really covers a lot of the same things that Hitmonlee does. The thing that Hitmonlee has going for it is that it gets Rapid Spin, and it's a bit faster than Blaziken. So that's pretty much why we're running Hitmonlee this week. Now we got 252 attack, 84 special defense, and 172 speed. We're running High Jump Kick, Knockoff, Rapid Spin, and Stone Edge. And we got a Choice Scarf. With Hitmonlee, our goal is pretty much just to outspeed everything. The only thing we don't outspeed is going to be a Choice Scarf Diggersby. Now that's a big problem if we don't outspeed Choice Scarf Diggersby. But we kind of had to do it this way because in order for us to outspeed, we'd have to run non-adamant, and we kind of need adamant to do as much damage as possible because Latias especially is going to be a huge problem. We need to hit that as hard as we can. Bronzong could be a problem. Really, there's a lot of problem Pokemon on his team, and we need to be able to do as much damage as possible. So it was kind of had to make some sacrifices there and not run speed to outspeed a Choice Scarf Diggersby. But I think Choice Scarf Diggersby is unlikely to come, but it could, so I just got to watch out for that. If I notice that he's scarfed on Diggersby, then we'll know not to bring in Hitmonlee because Hitmonlee cannot take a hit from Diggersby, so we're just gonna have to watch out for that. But we're running High Jump Kick because it hits a lot of things hard. Hits Diggersby hard, hits Bronzong pretty hard, it hits Emboar pretty hard. We got Stone Edge there for Zapdos, of course. Knockoff for Latias and Bronzong. Stone Edge also hits Heracross pretty hard. It'll do pretty decent damage to Whimsicott as well. It also, High Jump Kick will OHKO Mega Absol, which is great. Now, like I said, when we were talking about Ambipom, or at least I think I said it, we're not really going to try to outspeed Mega Absol too much with this team. Really at all. In fact, I think Hitmonlee is the only Pokemon that tries to outspeed Mega Absol. And the reason for that is that regular Absol is pretty slow. And so my pretty much goal is going to be to try to take out Absol on the first turn that it comes in. So we're going to be running one-hit KO moves. So like I said, High Jump Kick here will knock it out in one hit. We got Low Kick on Ambipom. some of our other Pokemon will be able to take out in one hit, and we have answers to it before it Mega Evolves and becomes a problem, which is kind of the goal, because once Mega Absol is out there, my team is kind of too slow to try to outspeed it. So we just need to, overpower it before it Megas, and that's the plan there. We're running Rapid Spin. Now, we're not going to be bringing Skarmory this match, so Skarmory has come to every match until now, and it's a very good defensive mon, and, usually you'll see it in most matches, but this is just one of those weeks where I couldn't bring it, because it's just hit too hard by everything. It doesn't get a chance to roost. It could set up rocks once. It's too slow, really, to do much, because it's 2-hit KO'd by most everything on Emulboy's team here, so couldn't bring it, and our only option is really to run Rapid Spin on Hitmonlee. Now, we could have run, Blaze Kick instead for Heracross and Whimsicott, but Stone Edge does enough to where I'm not too worried about it, but I really wanted that Rapid Spin because I want to get rid of rocks. Rocks are just a huge problem, especially since I have Mega Pinsir on my team. So a Rapid Spin with a Choice Scarf, not the best combination, but better than nothing. And that's Hitmonlee there. So let's move on to our next Pokemon, which is going to be Florges. So Florges is coming once again. 2 weeks in a row. It's making some moves here. No, but we just have another chance to bring Florges, and I'm pretty happy to bring it. It's one of my other favorite mons on the team, of course, my favorite fairy type. We're running Moonblast, Synthesis, Psychic, and Aromatherapy. We got a Custop Berry. We got 204 HP, 204 defense, and 100 special attack. So the 100 special attack allows us to outspeed or to OHKO max defense or max special defense Absol, I believe. We do a whole bunch of damage to Latias, and we hit Heracross pretty hard as well. Now we're running a very defensive set here because his team does not have many Pokemon that really hit Florges too hard. There's 3 or 4 Pokemon on his team that'll hit Florges pretty hard. And the first one is Diggersby. Second one is going to be Emboar. The next one is going to be I believe Bronzong with Explosion, Solrock with Explosion, or possibly Empoleon if it has some kind of Steel type move that I'm not thinking about. But overall, Florges walls so much. It'll wall Latias as long as it doesn't start Calm Minding, which it probably will. So got to watch out for that. It'll wall Whimsicott. It'll wall Empoleon as long as it doesn't have a crazy Steel type move that's going to destroy me. It could wall Bronzong except for the Explosion and Heavy Slam, I guess, if he brought Heavy Slam. I don't really expect him to bring Heavy Slam, but that could be annoying. It'll wall Mega Absol. It does take a whole bunch of damage, but we can heal up with Synthesis. We can wall Heracross, actually. So Stone Edge is actually what does the most to us from Heracross. It does about 30 to 35% with defensive Florges here. So that's pretty good. We can wall off Frostlass, of course, and Zapdos. Zapdos also walls us back, so it's not the best or the most ideal switch in, but it does work. Frostlass is just going to be a huge wall this match for Emulboy. I'm going to just try to wall as much as possible, heal up, and keep Florges in the match. Now we're running a Custop Berry because if he's running a banded Emboar, we can survive one single hit. I think it does about 80 to 100% damage, maybe 102%. So if he gets a really high roll, he could knock us out, I guess. But the plan is to switch into an Emboar, take that Flare Blitz or whatever else he wants to throw at us. I guess he could go with a Head Smash if he has it, but anyways, I expect him to probably hit Flare Blitz on most occasions. We take a hit, and then our Custop Berry activates on the next turn, and we go for Psychic, and we probably knock it out if he went for Flare Blitz because, of course, the recoil damage. So that's kind of the plan with Florges here. It's just going to be a sneaky Custop Berry. We can Synthesis up on Bronzong or on Empoleon as long as Bronzong doesn't explode on us, and as long as Empoleon does not wreck us. Actually, Empoleon probably won't wreck us, and we outspeed Empoleon, so not a huge deal. But that's going to have to be the plan there. If we use the Custop Berry and if we take a whole bunch of damage, we're going to have to heal up. That's the only way to heal up is what I'm saying, because we can't outspeed anything else. So we're just going to try to keep Florges in tip-top shape and make sure that it can shoot off Moonblast at everything and Psychics at that Emboar and whatnot. So that's the plan for Florges here. Now let's move on to our next Pokemon. So we have our second physical attacker for the match, and that is going to be Regice. I believe this is Regice's second match as well. It's the third week we've had it, second week that it's coming, and I'm excited to use it. It does very well. It's also a big wall against his team, at least for Latias and for Zapdos. Also walls Empoleon. Now, we can't take too many physical hits, but we can take 1 or 2. But Ice Beam hits his team so hard. Hits Mega Absol hard, hits Latias hard, hits Zapdos, Diggersby hard, probably Solrock pretty decently. Heracross gets hit hard by Ice Beam, so and of course Whimsicott. So Ice Beam is gonna hit very hard and do a lot of damage. We got Thunderbolt on there. Thunderbolt is pretty much for Empoleon. Don't really have other options there. It's just another move to have. It also gives me a move to hit maybe like Bronzong with or something, because Ice Beam won't hit Bronzong too hard. But Thunderbolt's just there, to use if we were predicting to switch out into something that might not take an Ice Beam, that might take an Ice Beam well. We're running Toxic and Rest, so we got Resto Chesto. Let's bring up the set here. We got 172 defense, 252 special attack, and 84 special defense. So it's just going to be a kind of a Wally thing. Now we got the Chesto Berry with the Rest because it's going to get worn down. And we were thinking about running Lumberry, but I wanted to be able to decide when the berry was used. I didn't want to get hit with a burn and then have to use the Lumberry immediately, because that's how Lum works. So we're running Chesto so that I can just go to sleep and rest off the damage or the burn or paralysis or toxic or whatever else that it has, so I can choose when to do that. Now we also have Toxic on there, and Toxic is pretty much for anything that's not Empoleon or Bronzong. Toxic, I would really like to get the Toxic on like Zapdos, because Zapdos can wall me pretty hard. It can wall both Regice and Florges. Regice not as much, but the thing is that Zapdos is faster, so it gets hit by an Ice Beam, it hits us with something, and then it can just roost stall us, because once it roosts, it loses that flying type, and then Ice Beam doesn't do as much damage, and we're just stuck in an endless circle there. So really, Toxic is there for Zapdos, but it would be great to get on anything really. And that's Regice there. So let's move on to our second to last Pokemon, which is going to be the Rotom. The Rotom Wash is coming back. We got 208 HP, 56 defense, 48 special attack, and 196 speed. So the 196 speed allows us to outspeed Diggersby, and we also outspeed, I think we outspeed Emboar, Diggersby, and Mega Absol. They're around the same speed tier, I believe. So that's what I was kind of aiming for with Rotom here. And we do a whole bunch of damage with Hydro Pump to Mega Absol. So going back through this team here, I forgot to mention that Moonblast Oko's Oko's Absol. So it Mega Evolves, and we get a Moonblast off. We kill it. Regice Ice Beam does about 70 to 80% damage to Absol, and then after that we have options to take it out. And Hydro Pump here will do about 95 to 110% damage with this Life Orb. So the goal is to hit Absol hard before it megas, like I was talking about with Ambipom and Hitmonlee. So the trend is continuing here. We also have Hydro Pump to hit Diggersby, Emboar. Hydro Pump will also hit Zapdos pretty hard, and some other stuff. We got Thunderbolt on there just as coverage, maybe for Empoleon, of course. And Confuse Ray is there for Latias, because Latias is like his best switch-in for Rotom here. And Latias is just a huge problem, because it starts setting up Calm Minds, and it just does annoying stuff. So if I'm predicting a switch into Latias, I can go ahead and hit that Confuse Ray and get it going. Now, I'm going to feel kind of like a dick for running Confuse Ray. Swagger is banned in the league. I went ahead and talked to Kyle, the league commissioner, and he said that Confuse Ray is all right, so I'm going to use it. Now that means when it goes off and it confuses the Pokemon, there's a 50% chance that it'll hurt itself instead of attacking me, which is very nice, and it'll be very useful to get on that Latias. Really good for anything, but it's gonna be super annoying for my opponent. So I'm gonna apologize ahead of time. I'm so sorry if this is a big problem in the match, but yeah, I don't know. Latias is just such a huge problem, and I guess Confuse Ray isn't all that bad, but it's it's kind of just like All right, you confused me. Thanks a lot. You know, it's just a huge annoyance, really. But yeah, we got hidden power on here. Now this is hidden power poison. So if he doesn't want to bring Latios, and if he somehow happens to bring Whimsicott, we got hidden power poison for Whimsicott. Hidden power poison with this life orb and this amount of special attack, we will OHKO Whimsicott. All right. So if we're predicting a switch into Whimsicott, we just hit hidden power poison and it's dead. All right. If he brings in Whimsicott and he thinks we're gonna switch out, I don't know why we'd stay in. We don't really want to stay in on a Whimsicott, but maybe it's late in the match and, you know, it's just a 50-50% prediction here. Is he gonna like set up a substitute? Is he going to, you know, taunt me? What is he going to do? Maybe I can just hit that hidden power poison and knock it out and then not have to worry about it, you know? So that's what Win Cycle here is going to be doing. Hopefully we can pull off another win with it. And let's move on to our last Pokemon, which I'm sure you guys have guessed is going to be Mega Pinsir. So Mega Pinsir coming once again. Mega Pinsir has come to every single match, along with Rotom, I believe. So like I said at the beginning of the season, though, I don't expect to bring every Pokemon to every match. There will be matches where Mega Pinsir stays behind and Rotom stays behind. Just like this week you're seeing Blaziken and Skarmory stay behind. You know, you only get 6 Mons on a team. Someone's going to have to sit on the bench, and this week it just happens to be those 2 Mons over Pinsir and Rotom. So don't expect them every week, but they are here again, and they are here to wreck. With Pinsir, we got Return, Stone Edge, Feint, and X-Scissor. We're running 252 attack, 28 defense, and 228 speed. 228 speed allows us to outspeed everything on his team except for Scarf users and Timid Latios and Mega Absol. So pretty much here, we OHKO with X-Scissor, by the way. And we OHKO Mega Absol with X-Scissor. We also OHKO Latios with X-Scissor. Now, we don't outspeed unless it is modest, so we got to be careful. Although, if it is modest, it will kill us, but we can kill it first because we'll outspeed. If it's timid, it will not be able to kill Mega Pinsir. So, hopefully, you know, we get an X-Scissor off, we kill it, and then we don't have to worry about it. Latios is so annoying. I don't even want to think about it, really. We got Stone Edge there for Zapdos, of course. Return for Diggersby. It'll kill Diggersby. Now, if Diggersby is Scarfed, we can go ahead and bring in Pinsir here. Maybe we've already dealt with Latios. Maybe we haven't. Maybe we just have to take it out. Because really, Pinsir is a big answer to a lot of his threats. You know, if Scarf Diggersby is out there, we can take one hit, one return from a Scarf Diggersby, go ahead and hit it with a return of our own and knock it out. And if we don't knock it out, then it's going to have very little HP left. We can go ahead and hit Feint. The reason we're running Feint is going to be because there's 2 Pokemon that do not OHKO Mega Absol, and that is going to be Rotom and Regice. They don't have guaranteed OHKOs. It's a roll for Rotom, and for Regice, it's, you know, 70 to 80%. So with Feint, we can go ahead and hit Mega Absol and just take it out. Now, we're not running Quick Attack. Quick Attack would do a little bit more damage, but we're not running that because Sucker Punch, because we're slower than Absol. So Sucker Punch will go ahead and hit us first, which we don't want. We don't want to take damage. So we hit Feint, we knock out Absol. We do about 40 to 50% there. So that's kind of the plan with Feint. Feint also, if we come in and we see like a Pokemon's on low HP, I talked about this last week, but you know, my first 2 matches, I really kind of screwed up by not bringing in Pinsir to do the cleanup job. You know, I'd bring in other pokes and they'd get damaged when I could have brought in Pinsir and just hit Feint or Quick Attack and knocked them out. So I'm going to have to watch out for that. If there's opportunities to knock out a Pokemon with Feint and I need to send a Pokemon in, Pinsir will be my switch in because I get +2 priority with that. So that is the team for this week. And I'm pretty psyched. I think we're going to win. We're going to continue our win streak, hopefully. This will be win number 4. If we can pull it off, and we'll be tied for number 1 in the league. Right now, we are still tied, but I do want to continue that, you know, and hopefully, because I think it's only me and Under the Radar who have undefeated records so far. So if we both win this week, we continue to stay undefeated. If he loses and we win, all of a sudden we're at the top of the league, baby. So that's what I'm hoping for here. I'd love to get that #1 spot. But I guess it really doesn't matter until playoffs anyway. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the team builder. Hope to see you guys at the match tomorrow. And yeah, see you then. Peace out.